Well, hello there. Welcome in. In Momentum. Is the song called Kinetica? Or is the game called Kinetica? I don't know, maybe. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Let me get my audio sorted out before beginning today. Welcome everyone to the stream. We are doing a back-to-back stream, basically. After Monday's Hyrule Jumble, I said we were going to do 3 streams, and I am holding by that. Episode 34 of the Hyrule Jumble, The Spirit Stone, on the 11th of June, 2024. How about we do a little bit of news, where I open it up after figuring out what button to press. I've been doing some quality of life stuff in real life, chat. I've been doing a bit of maintenance in terms of myself. Getting some more interesting diets going. Doing a bit more cooking. And I've also decided to completely change my hair care routine. So I have long hair. I enjoy having long hair. I don't like having short hair. And I'm doing research to try and maintain it for longer periods of time. So I'm doing that in the background. Nothing like traditional, like clay or jewels to maintain the viscosity of one's own hair. But it's doing a little personal maintenance, which has been quite nice. Quite relaxing. I have a bit of a lull in work at the moment, so I thought, why don't I do some self-care stuff? So I'm doing that. It's nice. But let's get the news up, shall we? And talk about things. So, I kind of struggled to work out what to include in this week's news segment, this episode's news segment, considering we did one yesterday. But I was careful and I was smart about it. I included half of the news I wanted to include yesterday in today's one. So, we got that going for us. Let's have a look at it, shall we? You want to show up? Very good. Oh, I don't have chat open. That's why I wasn't hearing the delightful little dinks from Dreams of Nehru. It will still always do stream elements saying that the stream has started. I don't know how to change that, but what can you do about it, really, I guess. But yes. Howdy. Welcome in, Maelstrom Alpha. Hope you're doing good today. I was just talking about self-care and making my hair luxurious. Because I like having a long hair. And I'm trying to find ways to maintain it a little bit better. Not that I'm bad at it. I'm actually far better at maintaining my hair than I am at other daily activities you have to do as a human being. It's the one thing I'm good at. I don't have that problem anymore. I wonder why. But yes, what Mel is alluding to is, can you feel the sunshine in this Sonic Arc challenge where he shaved his head? But here it is, chat. Schedule. Same as yesterday. Friday we're going to be doing some more Hyrule Jumble. I hope we can finish it on Friday. Today is going to be very focused. We've got 2 goals. Complete the Spirit Temple and complete Stone Tower. That's why the episode's title is The Spirit Stone. Because we're doing both at the same time. It's actually kind of cool. These dungeons work really well together. Something else, chat. As you can see here, with the lovely green screen affected background, I did another quick harvest yesterday. I was going to do one for Alan Wake 2, but I thought, fuck it. These are basically episodes anyway. So I've done a quick harvest on the middle episode of the DLC, which you can go see over on the channel. I think Thursday is when I'm going to upload it, so it'll be then. But yes, Alan Wake 2 Night Springs. I think I've also gotten better at making thumbnails now. Compare this to the original Quick Harvest logo. I've worked out the key to making it look as nice as possible. So there you go. That is my thought process of doing this now. I don't just go online and look for a good image of the game anymore. I actually take the image from the episode. Because why the hell not? Also, contrast is very good, chat. Highly recommend contrast if you want to make an image look good. Especially with dark environs like this one. Something else, chat. I'm going to be looking at a few demos So I've got a list of demos I'm going to check out. Probably not going to do all of them, but maybe like 3 or 4 was the plan. I'm still working on my X4 playthrough, which has been a struggle. But I like certain elements of X4. I actually like the stages more than the bosses, which is something I wasn't expecting. Oh. And now let's move on to Future Games Showcase. So yesterday I was smart about it and didn't go through everything, but I'm going to go through everything else today. Lots of cool stuff at Future Games, such as Abyss X Zero looked really neat, like a 3D Metroidvania. Soul Quest, Metroidvania as well. Another Souls like we saw. This game with this awful logo, Hell of an Office, which I think you'll quite like, Maelstrom, because it reminded me of Neon White. This game here got me very excited, because Project Timmy Sasha's Curse is Treasure Tracker. Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Also, is that Mega Man music after I literally just talked about Mega Man? I think it is. I got excited for it because it reminded me of Captain Toad, and I was like, wow, this is the first time an indie dev has actually decided to do a Captain Toad-esque game, so I'm down. Sign me up. And then moving to Xbox games, which I've been looking online and, you know, the usual social media sites, and I agree with a lot of people. This has definitely been Xbox's best showing in years in terms of games. Like, Doom looks great. Expedition 33, the main character, voiced by Ben Starr, looks really cool. South of Midnight, again, a really interesting concept and quite a funky little location. I quite like South of Midnight so far. Age of Mythology Retold, I mean, I'm going to play it. It's the RTS game that I grew up with, basically. Perfect Dark looked really neat. Indiana Jones, made by Machine Guns, also going to be cool. And then this awesome little Souls-like at the end. I think it was pretty sort of the same as usual. Xbox Showcase and release date, a lot of coming 2025. I will say I'm at least glad we know Xbox are working on some things and aren't just sitting there in the shadows doing nothing. I'm glad that they at least revealed that certain things are coming out, outside of them being like, oh, nothing's coming. We've still got Indiana Jones coming out at least. That's the only thing from this year that's coming out. I can't imagine Doom taking that much longer, so I think this is going to be like early 2025, I'd assume. Same with Expedition 33. And then something else I wanted to have a little discussion about during this, and this is something else I've been seeing online. A lot of people are using Expedition 33 as a venting point about current day Final Fantasy combat systems. So people are, you know, not in love with how Square Enix have turned away from turn-based combat. Not that they have, considering Dragon Quest XI exists, but sure. Apparently Square Enix have abandoned turn-based combat. I agree with the sentiment that we can have both. We can have turn-based combat and we can have this more action-focused, real-time combat that Square put into Remake and 16. I think that both can be there. And honestly, kind of prefer FF7's version of the combat system. I think it's really clever. So I want both of them. We don't need to go back to turn-based. We can have both. You can have your cake and eat it too in this case. So yeah, revival of turn-based RPGs. I wouldn't even say that because indie devs have been making so many turn-based RPGs over the last 10 years. Chained Echoes, Crosscode, like what I'm trying to think of others. Sea of Stars, great turn-based RPGs. Even Nintendo with Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi. We haven't seen a death of the genre. Just it's kind of changed and evolved. I think it's hard to make a more cinematic experience work in turn-based, which is what FF7 Remake is going for. I couldn't imagine FF7 Remake having turn-based combat. The amount of fun that would be had in that game would be considerably reduced if you were just standing there next to, say, a Genova tentacle monster, and it just stares at you and whips its like limbs like, wah, wah, wah. No, we don't need that. Allow it to be, you know, more cinematic. I want it to have substance though. I don't want it to be like 16 where it kind of lost me with how cinematic it was, which led to the game not being as fun. But yeah, I think the way 7 does it is great. But turn-based RPGs, they are not dying, is what I'm saying here. And then finally, currently playing, I have now finished Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Oh boy, that ending is long. I forgot how long Chapter 8 is. because it's a resolution to all the chapters as well, which is something I need to acknowledge of that. And yeah, it was a long ending, but I'm done with it now. Speaking of turn-based RPGs, 1000 Year Door is a turn-based RPG. And I can finally continue Abiotic Factor after it being on the lull for a while now. I can give it another shot. Personally think turn-based is much more suited to the modern revival of Pixel RPGs personally. I put personally in for twice. That's how personal it is apparently. It's very personal to you. It's a very personal thing for you as a personal person. You person. And then 9 Souls. I'm gonna keep playing this. I played a little bit before starting the stream today. Was that a prelude? Why has Warcraft 2 got prelude music in it? Yeah, that is it, chat. That's all of the stuff. Now we're going to do a cheeky little bit of guess the game, I think. Which we're actually doing the day after, so we can get on this right now. What is this? I don't think it's Sandland. Could be. It's Sand. Helldivers. Holy shit, Maelstrom! So, obviously Maelstrom just knew the answer. How did you get that from that? Persistent. What does persistent mean in terms of combat? In terms of genre? No, hold on. What does that mean? Persistent genre. It looks like Helldivers. I don't know what you want to tell me. I mean, I guess I don't know how much of it you played. Oh wow. I was expecting the first Helldivers to look a lot more over the shoulder. Huh. Interesting. What does persistent genre mean? Video game. Persistent genre. What is a persistent game? The persistence comes from maintaining and developing the state of the world in the game around the clock. What? I played it for like 2 years and it was the final game of that first ever Extra Life when it was just me and Rob. So it kind of sticks in my head, I guess. I wonder if it will return at any point in the future in a Vault showcase. Maybe. Potentially. I don't know. Yeah, but it's weird doing free streams again. I like doing it occasionally. Oh yeah, I was going to mention this during the pre-stream, but I have kind of decided to stop doing VOD news, considering I can't keep track of that all the time. Pastry is going to be using her new PC tomorrow, I think, during Demon... No, wait, no. Not Demon... Yeah, it is Demon Souls tomorrow. No, it's Entitled Story tomorrow, which will be the best showcase of her PC's power, I think. We're gonna get to see some really high quality RTX graphics in an Untitled Story. Some ray tracing, potentially some high anti-aliasing. I don't know. I'm just saying like the words that appear in graphic settings now. Some FSRR. As for the persistent stuff, it's like the world state is constantly in flux. War orders happening that affect the game world even when you're not playing. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Not really. No, I understand it. I just don't really understand it. But that's fine. I don't need to understand entirely what it means. Just that I know what it is now. And that's fine. Oh, speaking of, I got my my voting card today, chat, for the general election. Because that's something that I care deeply about. I mean, I do to a certain extent, but I don't know. It's such a very minute thing that isn't going to have that much impact. It's like you might stop playing for a week, come back, and there was a big war and a human's loss. So you don't have access to a certain area / tech. That sort of thing. Oh, damn. Real world stuff. Imagine that happening in like a Final Fantasy game. Whoops, Limsa Laminza was killed by Sahagin. You can't visit there for a few weeks. And then it gets its government back in order. Chat, we're going to jump right into the Hyrule Jumble. There is no voyage without a deal today. Let's just get into this.